Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Mike Greenhawk. Right, today we have got a bit of a different one. This is a brand new build, brand spanking new build. The client's putting it up for rental. So the job in hand, the guys have come out to do a condition report, and they picked up on a few little bits and bobs, which is fine. One of the main reasons one of the things that they've picked up is that they have no surge protection device. So what they've put down on here is on said report is no overvoltage protection or risk assessment detailing reasons for omittance. So because the client is, looking at long-term rental, things like that, we've said, look, the ways around it, there's a few other little bits and bobs, but we're going to put a new board in with surge protection at the board rather than doing risk assessments, because if there's change of tenancy, he doesn't want all these things flagged up all the time. And yes, there are some other issues on here that are C3s on here, but we're just going to go through, fix them all. Like I say, there's some of them are not massive. There's apparently, I haven't looked at anything yet other than I've just took the garage markings off, because one of the issues I said there's no sleeving on the outgoing tails for that, so I haven't looked at those, but I just wanted to double check there. But apparently that boiler has been chucked in. It is a radial apparently, and it's just been chucked into another 32 amp ring main rather than put its own breaker in. So I'll show you the board. Oh, lovely, in a cupboard. So it's a Hager board, brilliant boards. Everyone knows who watches the videos that I'm a big fan of Hager. It is tight in here. So as you can see, the chippy from the site, he's had to scribe out some of the architrave to try and get it to work. The new board with the SPD is actually a little bit bigger, so this needs to come a bit lower. So hopefully there's enough room on all the cables and everything, and I can make it all work. So we'll bring it down, and it's got to come across slightly, so hopefully we can miss this architrave and we don't have to keep butchering all this. But it's under the stairs cupboard. There's not a lot you can do on there. So that's the job in a nutshell, really. Like I say, thanks for all the support, guys, for obviously on all the other videos and stuff. I do really appreciate it. For those of you who haven't subscribed, hit the link in the corner, turn the notifications on, and every time we upload a video, you'll get a reminder just to let you know that there's a new video that we've been launched. So on just moving on to the other jobs that we've got going on, the new build. So we've got the first fix electric's going to be going up there. We have pretty much finished the roof-ish, but the weather's been absolutely dreadful. I believe the plumbers have been in on that job, so they've been in, they've got all their first fix in, so then it'll roll around for me to do all the first fix electrics, but I'm just waiting for my plan, the detailed plan on spec for that one. But yeah, so I shall take that board cover off and we'll get cracking. Right, that's the board stripped out. So what I've done, I've marked all the cables. When I took it off, it's probably a little bit unfair to, sorry, I'm going to come out because it's like a massive echo. It's probably a bit unfair on the original installer because I don't know, it was a little bit messy in there. Not too bad, I've seen a lot worse. So the gist of it with that job now is, because I've got to the board, the new board that's going in, which is this one, it's a little bit bigger, you can see from the old one. So because of the arch, well, the stairway, sorry, it has to come down a bit lower. So I'm gonna have to cut out, down to here so I can get these cables in. I'm hoping there's enough length on those cables, but we'll make it work. But I'm probably gonna have to fill in a bit above because I don't think the board covers that. It's like, we'll find out, to be fair. So, like I say, this is the board that's been installed on there. It's you know, it's an 18th edition board. You know, it's got it's a metal clad on there. It's, you know, it's had that nice Hager own. I suppose it's like a hard plastic grommet, which are brilliant on there. So I mean, it's not a bad board, you know. It's just that obviously we need the SPD on it, so I'll cover that up. But so yeah, so like I say, it's a decent board really. So like I say, on here, let's just run through everything with you. This is what, like I said, I haven't done the EICR. I haven't done it at all. So on here we've got some stuff, basically missing warning label from the main earthing terminal, missing previous test label, which in fairness with that one, you can just see the guys put it on, but it's rubbed off. So that's what the issue is with that one, but obviously it'll have a new one. There's no circuit chart on there. The armoured in the garage spur doesn't have the cable indications, but I'm waiting for the keys for that, because the garage is detached, which is over there, and I can't get into it, so I'm just waiting for the keys for that. So I've got plenty. Not like I haven't got enough to do anyway, so I'll get on with that. The grid switch in the kitchen is incorrectly identified. So what they're meaning by that is on here you've got washing machine, dishwasher, cooker hood, fridge, freezer. I haven't looked at it. Like I say, we'll go through it together. But I assume that it's basically in the wrong configuration. I think that's all that is with there. So we can sort that. But yeah, let me show you around. So like I said, I haven't done that. This is the kitchen diner on here. I'm doing the estate agent's job now. If you want to rent a place like this. Downstairs loo on here, and living room. Like I say, it is a brand new house. That's one of the things on here that I've noticed. Oh, I reckon that's the client ringing me about the keys. Bear with. Sorry about that, guys. Right. Yeah, these. What's your views on these? Because I assume this is the first time I've been in a house on this estate, to be honest, because like I say, they're brand new. What's your views? Leave your comments on those. But yeah, on here, which I assume they've all been told to do, they've put all of the socket, the screw covers on. Let's go upstairs. Right, that's my keys like a jailer. So we've got one bedroom in here. We've got the controls and stuff for the zone valves and stuff in there. Fitted wardrobe, so a couple of sockets. In here, box room, I suppose. So what we've got, 2 doubles. You never know, sometimes they're stashing behind the doors. So yeah, 2 doubles and a light. So that's fair enough. Landing, smoke alarms. That's the other thing on here. Drifting off. Yeah, bathroom looks okay. Extraction. There's a mixer shower, so I ain't got to worry about that. So I assume that'll be a light switch. Yeah, isolator up there for the extractor, that's great. So yeah, master bedroom with an ensuite. So what we got? 1, 2, what? Oh, back again, hold on. Busy tonight. Right, we'll go again. So yeah, there's 2 double sockets in here by all accounts. Oh, 3, lied. Another one there, lied. So we've got an ensuite with a shower. What have we got on there? Sometimes it tells you what kilowatts are. I know there's a 10mm supply for it, and isolator. So we've got the local isolation, extract fan, isolator. So that's another thing. Right now I was just drifting off when I come into the hallway. In the back of the board, and I took that off, it said, I'm pretty sure, that it said that the upstairs lights is also the smoke alarms. Let's get to where this is on the page. done. Please hold. Right, so, sorry, downstairs lights and smoke alarms. Now, the smoke alarms, I think, I've got their own cable coming back to here, so they've not piggybacked in. So, I would say that for some reason they've piggybacked the smoke alarms and that boiler feed in there. Don't know why. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on its own independent circuit and the smoke alarms if they are piggybacked in. So better get cracking. I've got to get on, get that board mounted. I will switch over to time lapse and we can get that. So, oh, wait. That's another thing that sprung to mind. Now, I've not tested any of this. Now, I know that people who would come to this, and let's be honest, people would do it, will go, oh, well, it only got tested a few weeks ago. I'll just copy his results. Now, naughty. Shouldn't do that because you don't know this guy from Adam. It's a completely random person, don't know who he is. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. He's probably done a very, very thorough job. And there is literally, I am not slagging this guy off in the slightest. He's probably done a fantastic job. The test results and stuff, they all look good. You know, there's nothing on there, but I haven't done it. So you shouldn't do that. You should not smash that in and go, oh, well, I've got the test results there. So we'll be going through, testing everything because it's the right thing to do. You should never do that. And also, people can make mistakes. Not saying this guy has, just like I say, I don't know him at all, never met him. People make mistakes and it can happen and he can miss something and equally I can too, you know, so it's always good. But, you know, get my results. Once I've fitted the board and I'll test it all and all the rest of it, get my results and yeah, double check them against the other chaps and see where we're at. You know, see if there's anything slightly different, if anything's like, whoa, what the hell? Why is that one so far out from this guy's? So, but yeah, so it's just something to bear in mind. So yeah, so I better get cracking. I'll smash you onto time lapse and I'll see you on the other side. Right, that's the board's all in now. So what I've had to do is move that down. So what I'm going to have to do is fill all this with some fire retardant sealant. So we'll get all that in there, but that's as tight as I can possibly get it, as you can see. So I always do it this way. Get all that out of the way. Get it gone. Put all your tails through. It's very echoey in here. I apologise because I am, like I say, it's in a cupboard. So I keep smacking my head. It's not the nicest. So put the meter tails in, get them away, get your main earths in. Try and neaten these up as much as you can. But obviously the reason why these are so long is because you can configure these boards to however you want really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rattle through the testing procedure now. I'll go through the house, start getting some results sorted. If I come across anything that's unusual or out of the ordinary, what I'll do is I'll show you that. But I'll catch up with you once I've probably got halfway and I'll show you and give you a bit of an update. So better get cracking. Right, so board's all tested out now. I was right in some ways of saying that there is a separate smoke alarm circuit and also the circuit for the boiler is a completely different one. It's not the prettiest wiring that I've ever done, to be honest, but I haven't got the length on the I haven't got the length on the cables, so it is what it is. So I'm going to energize that in a minute. Tails are all still off at the minute anyway, so I will bring it out here. While I've been doing that, while you've been cracking on, Nick Bundy's been doing a Instagram live, so I've been enjoying watching that. So hi to you, Nick, and Adam. Adam was actually in a cupboard like me at the same time, so it was quite entertaining. So if you haven't already, don't forget to check his channel out, Nick Bundy Electrical. Great channel, great guys. So yeah, so what we'll do, I've gone through all my test results and stuff on here. This is where we're at right now. So because I've already been sent this by the client, he emailed this to me because, like I say, he doesn't live here anymore. He's moved away. I've generally found that, yes, I will get my iPad out and I'll do these now because I did a bit of homework, which is not like me. And I've already started all the prep work on the iPad. But just as I was ripping around the house, I thought I might as well just write it on the notes section on the back of here. So, like I say, you don't have to do that. It just makes life easier for me. And then you can compare what you've got on there. So, like cooker, let's do that one. So, cooker on there is, let's see, I've got 0.1. Well, he's got 0.13. I've got 0.16 on mine. Greater than 199, 500. Yeah, so I mean, I've got different testers, different things. Mine goes up to 999. Let's have a look, pick another one out. Sockets, ring main, 0.59, 0.59, 0.95. So 0.58, 0.58, 0.98. So yeah, I mean, they're all pretty good. Now that one there, that R1 plus R2 there of 0.60, he's got down 0.39. And yeah, I mean, so I've ripped around the house, okay? So I've tested every single socket. Now they're all generally 0.45. That's what we've generally got around the house. So all them around there, you know, all the way through. So I'll tell you what, let's show you exactly the one. So this one up there was my highest reading of 0.60. Now that is a spur off the ring main, so that's why it's higher. So you have to write down your highest result, so which is that. So you know, whether he did that and he overlooked it, who knows? But it's not, like I say, it's not. This is just showing you the importance of doing your own testing. So that's what we've done. So right, I'm going to energise that. I still haven't got access to the garage yet, so very frustrating. The estate agents aren't playing ball. So looks like I'm going to have to go into town, grab the keys, and guess what? I'm not going to be dropping them back. They can come and fetch them from here. So I don't know why, because they need it doing. They can't put a tenant in here until I'm done. So, but you know, hey ho. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I'll just energise this, and hopefully I shall be in the garage. Okay, so we are pretty much there. So I'll tell you what, before I rattle through that, just go through what we've done. So obviously full test on the house now. Now when we are strobing, bear with. There you go, better. Right, so I mentioned these two on the EICR that I said the wrong configuration. It was actually these two were the wrong way around. So the washing machine and the dishwasher were basically wired in the wrong positions. So the cook hood was fine, fridge freezer was fine, they're all labelled up correctly. So because these are pre-printed, for those who don't know, it's a case of taking the live and the neutral out of this one, the outgoing leg and live and neutral out of this one, and then swap them round, which makes sense. Now the garage supply, a bit of dirt on there. The garage supply is just spurred off the kitchen ring, okay? That's another thing. I hate these. You know, these caps, to get them, oh, and I saw a guy on Instagram and you use a bit of blue tack to get them off. Doesn't work on these. They're annoying. Either rant over. So one of the faults that they had on there was where it leads out into said garage, which is that bit there, where it goes through, and also just down here there's an empty enclosure there that they've not sleeved up the armoured cable, because obviously they've got a different colour cable inside, so that was one of the little jobs. So done that, but he'd only got down that it was not done inside the garage. So common sense sort of tells me, well, if he's not bothered to do it in the garage, he's not going to bother to do it here. So because like I said, I've been over, checked that, and yes, I was right, there was no sleeving in that one as well, so I've just done that. One of the other issues that we had was on there that there's no safety warning label. It's just a recommendation on there to do with the main earthing terminal hasn't got a safety notice on it. So I've attached one to that. So yeah, so that's the other little jobs that I needed to do. Let me double check. So yes, the boiler now is on its own independent supply away from the kitchen ring, because that was one of the main issues here, and other than having SPD or not having SPD. So we've lowered the board down. Now here's a little tip for you. I'll see if I can do it one-handed. When you're labelling the boards up, it drives me mental that these don't stick up. So I just use a bit of galvanised what's called banding strap, and I just bend it round. So in theory, so you dig that into the top a little bit there, being mindful that they don't scratch it, which is there a lot. So it just holds on. So it's just enough so you can label things up properly. That's all that is. So it's nothing crazy. Nice little tip there for you. So how I always do these is, once I put my cables in all in the terminals, I just put them in nice and loose. And then if you notice on here, which I'm sure I've shown in another video, you've got all the torque settings so obviously all the terminals for your main switch, on all your breakers and everything else like that. So what I generally do is set my torque screwdriver, so they're all loosely in. Obviously not energized, just to point that out. And then I'll do all the terminals across the top, do all those in one go. Then change it up, because they're the lowest on the Hager board. They're the lowest Newton meters on there for the torque settings. Then I'll do all the breakers, and then after that, and obviously you've got to check that the factory fittings are tight. It does state that inside the boards. So once that's done, then I'll do the main switch, the meter tail, sorry. Little tip on those, tighten that up, give them a little wiggle, and generally they sort of like settle themselves in, and you can generally tighten them up a little bit more. It's not much, but it's just a tiny bit, and it just takes any risk of any arcing and all the rest of it. So that's just generally the board on there. We've had to lower it down because, like I said, it's a little bit bigger than before. This is not me, by the way. That's actually the previous chippy who's come in, or Sparky, that couldn't get the board cover open, so they've carved this out. So a lovely little bit of wood butchery there. So yeah, so that's pretty much the job in a nutshell. But yeah, nice little house. I think it is already rented out. Letting agent didn't drop the key off, so I had to go and get that, which was fun going into town to go and do that. And for all those people who say that Sparkies don't tidy up and don't own a Hoover, there she is. She's been out. She's done a little tour in there, but I don't want to use her too much. She's got to go back in the van. So yes, so the job here is done as much as I'm planning to do here and I'm scheduled to do. So yes, another good one. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button in the corners. I'll put a link to our Instagram account because I'm on that, generally putting photos and bits and bobs that I'm doing in the day, and then because not all of it makes it onto YouTube. And so yeah, so thanks for watching, cheers for the support, and I shall catch you on the next one. Thanks.